If you've seen an ad for Zenfy promising remote jobs, flexible work, or ways to make money from home, you might be wondering the same thing I was. Is Zenfy actually legit, or is this another website that's going to charge me money while I'm sitting here waiting on a job that never comes? Because y'all know how I am. Before I put my credit card information into anything promising me money online, I'm going to do some digging. So today, we're looking into Zenfy.Ac, what it actually is, what you're paying for, what customers are saying, and the part about the subscription that I definitely think you need to understand before signing up. And trust me, stay until the end because this one isn't quite as simple as legit or a scam. Hey y'all, welcome back to Success with Teresa, where we investigate ways to make money online, AI tools, software, side hustles, and these online opportunities that keep showing up in our feeds. Because my philosophy is simple. Don't just show me the money, show me how the business actually works. Now, let's talk about Zenfy. What exactly is Zenfy? First things first, Zenfy is not an employer. That distinction is extremely important. According to Zenfy, it's an online platform designed to help people find remote jobs and develop skills that may help them in their careers. The company says its platform offers things such as personalized remote job matches, career assistance, job market information, application tracking, and resources for improving things like your resume, portfolio, and interview skills. So when you see an advertisement that makes you think, oh, they're hiring people to work from home, hold on. That's not exactly what this is. You're essentially paying for access to a career job search platform and its resources. And that's the first thing I want people to understand. Now, here's where I started paying attention. You can apparently interact with Zenfy initially, but Zenfy itself says that accessing its full job listings, interactive courses, and personalized guidance requires purchasing a subscription. And y'all know what happens whenever I hear the word subscription. I'm immediately looking for three things. How much are you charging me? How do I cancel? And are you going to pop back up on my bank statement next month like an ex-boyfriend who can't take a hint? Because this matters. Zenfy's own help center confirms that subscriptions automatically renew at the end of the billing cycle, monthly or annually, depending on the plan, unless you cancel before renewal. Now, that's something I would want to know before entering my credit card information. Can you cancel Zenfy? Yes. According to Zenfy's current help documentation, customers can cancel using its cancellation system, and access continues for the period they've already paid for. Zenfy also provides instructions for requesting refunds. Their refund page says customers should contact support and provide information including the payment receipt, payment method, and transaction date. Zenfy says it will then review the request. So there is a documented cancellation and refund process, and this is important, a refund request being available isn't necessarily the same thing as saying every customer is automatically entitled to a refund. So read what you're agreeing to before you pay. Me personally, I just like to click a button and cancel. Now let's look at the reviews. This is where things get interesting. At the time I researched this video, Zenfy's Trustpilot profile had more than 3,000 reviews and an overall rating around 4.4 out of 5. The majority were 4 and 5-star reviews. And a lot of people seem to like the platform, but y'all know I don't like Trustpilot because they be putting out fake reviews. Reviewers frequently mention that it's easy to navigate, that the educational material is useful, and that they're learning about AI or finding remote opportunities through the platform. Now, somebody might hear that and say, Teresa, case closed. It's legit. Mm-hmm. Not so fast. Because I don't just read the 5-star reviews from Trustpilot. I go looking for the folks who are mad, okay? And that's where you start getting a more balanced picture about the company. What are people complaining about? The red flags. Now, Trustpilot's summary of Zenfy's reviews notes complaints from some customers involving unexpected charges, lack of responses to job applications, and concerns that some listings seemed automated. And roughly 8 to 9% of the reviews were 1 star when I checked last. Now listen carefully. That does not automatically mean that Zenfy is doing anything fraudulent. Any subscription business with thousands of customers is going to have complaints. But when I'm reviewing a service that's supposed to help people find work, I pay special attention to complaints involving billing and expectations about actually getting jobs, because those are two completely different questions. Does Zenfy provide a service? And will Zenfy get you a remote job? Those are not the same thing. This is my biggest issue. Here's where I think people could misunderstand the offer. Someone desperately looking for work sees remote jobs, work from home, make money online, and mentally that can become pay this money and I'll get a job. But that's not something I found evidence to guarantee. In fact, one very recent reviewer gave Zenfy 4 stars and said that they found job matches quickly, but also specifically said they hadn't started working yet because they'd only just applied. That's a distinction I want you to remember. Finding a listing isn't getting hired. Applying isn't getting hired. Getting matched isn't getting hired. And paying for access definitely isn't getting hired. So is Zenfy.AC legit? Based on what I was able to verify, I wouldn't label Zenfy.AC as a scam. There's an operating website, documented subscription management, cancellation and refund procedures, customer support information, and thousands of public customer reviews. But would I tell somebody, go pay Zenfy because they're going to get you a work from home job? Absolutely not, because I haven't found evidence supporting that guarantee. I describe Zenfy as a paid career development and remote job search platform. And whether that's worth paying for is a completely different question. Who I think Zenfy may be for? If you're someone who wants remote job discovery combined with educational resources, AI related learning, career guidance, and job research tools all in one place, you might find value here. But if you're thinking, I'm broke, I need a job this week, let me pay Zenfy and they're going to hire me. Baby, that is not what you're buying. You're buying access to tools and resources that may help with your job search. You still have to apply, you still have to qualify, and ultimately, an employer still has to choose you. So, my verdict, here's where I land. Zenfy appears to be a real subscription service, but I would go into it with realistic expectations. Don't confuse a remote job platform with an employer. Don't confuse job matches with guaranteed employment. And most importantly, know exactly what you're agreeing to pay and when that subscription renews. If you're interested, read the subscription terms first. Take screenshots of whatever price you're offered. Keep your receipt and set yourself a reminder before the renewal date. Because if I'm looking for work, the last thing I need is another bill. Or you could just cancel as soon as you sign up the same day. That's my Zenfy review. If you actually use Zenfy, I especially want to hear from you. Did you find a real job through the platform? How long did it take? And what was your experience with subscription? Drop it in the comments because your experience might help somebody else decide whether this is worth their money. And if there's another work from home program, AI tool, guru course, or make money online opportunity that you want me to investigate, put that in the comments too. Subscribe to Success with Teresa because we're going to keep looking behind these offers and figuring out what's actually worth your time and what's just good marketing. See you in the next one.